Alright guys, what's up? It's your boy Yoshimitsu Kana coming back at you with another video. This time we're going to check out a new little JRPG demo. It's called Quartet. I was looking at it, it looked really interesting. I saw some people talking about it, so I wanted to give it a shot with the demo and see how it is and see if it's kind of worth playing or not. So, yeah, let's just kind of jump right into it. Again, I'm a big JRPG guy. I've been playing WoW a lot lately, so I just wanted to kind of shake it up. This looked really interesting. I love the retro style. The artwork is quite gorgeous. I do love the 8-bit throwback style. Kronos, we're almost at the peak. General Corson must be near. Nobody's been up to the top of the mountain in thousands of years. I sense something. There's supposed to be some sort of ancient magic here. Something like a curse. Oh, that's Halen. Whoops. I can feel it too. And Corson is going to do what with this curse? Laderainer says. Turn it loose upon humanity to buy himself a few more months on the throne? It would be pathetic if it weren't so monstrous. Yeah. I mean, summoning a demon really does that. Or I think it's a demon at least. Then let's put him down like the dog is. That should solve the problem. Okay, so we'll hold W to run. Okay. So WSAD keys to move. So what exactly are we doing? Oh, okay, hold down the mouse button to sprint. I thought we just came from here. Here. Yeah, we've come too far. Okay. So I guess, alright, here we go. I do really like the pixel shaded graphics, like this bridge. I'm not a fan of the color scheme of it, but it does have a nice personality. It has a very distinct style. Oh, okay. So it's turn-based combat system. All you Final Fantasy fans will love that. Looking at the skills, has quite a bit of skills. Tremor. Alright, let's go with AoE attack. Okay. The animations are really good. I do actually really love this sort of, like, new perspective on the fight. It's like scaled back, but you can see everything. A very interesting camera angle. Alright, let's do another AoE. Oh, damn, that was a good ass spell too. Okay, so on the right hand side here we got our little turns. Oh, these people are super powered up. Okay, so these are not going to be the characters we're going to be using throughout the game. Okay, so you can select fight. What is X fight? Okay. Yeah, so these are definitely not going to be the characters we're going to be playing as. They are way too uber powerful. But I do like that perspective of the turn-based combat area. Like, it's zoomed out, but behind them. I'm used to kind of the sort of, like, looking at it from the side type of deal. So I think that's a really nice change of pace. So far, the music's pretty okay. I don't think it's really much to write home about at this point, but again, we've only heard one track, so maybe there's more. So we're heading up this. Oh, more soldiers. On my life, you will not get through. Okay. So let's hit them with moderate earth damage, stone flesh. Let's hit them with another tremor. Okay, so Laderainer is going first. So over here on the right, oh, there's counters. Okay, so it doesn't use magic. It uses AP ability points, which, you know, that honestly makes sense. So there aren't counters for specific things. Damn, that hit real hard. Immolates. The battle animations are pretty good. I'm definitely getting some sort of Super Nintendo era like vibes, like almost like Final Fantasy VI a little bit. Alright, so we made it to the top of the mountain. Oh, who's this? I suppose your alliance was serious if they managed to get you four up here. Alright, so these four are super uber powerful or something? Whatever you're doing, it is time to stop and lay down your arms. I've been told that many times before, but it was never true. Do you see that? Did you feel it? The power of the elements. Uh-oh. Is it the Avatar? Is he coming now? All that power is gathering here right now. It destroys Shinar. You can't possibly hope to control it. My dear, if this were merely my first revolution, I would agree with you, but it is not. It kind of reminds me of, like, Napoleon. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looks like a little Napoleon in 8-bit form. Now, let's see if I can pull off one more miracle. Oh, boy. Yeah, he's up to no good. Just look at him. Increase 1 allies. We'll just do another AoE. Hit him with the tremor. Esprit. Okay, so increase magic and defense, but they stand when the Tempest comes, they can't handle it. See? Hush. Okay, so silence. Okay, so we got some what is it? Status effects. Alright, we got healing well, light healing to all allies, eternal, so that's reviving. So we'll do healing well to heal Helen. I think it's Helen, that's what it sounds like. Alright, so let's see what this guy's got. Pyroclasm. And we got Radiance, Quintessence damage to a single enemy, Engulf, inflicts burn. Alright, we'll do Engulf because the status effect of burn I feel like is gonna really pay off for us. White out. Oh, that wasn't that bad. Alright, hit him with another tremor. Okay, so that takes out the knight. Stalagmite. Okay, so he doesn't seem that strong. Oh, I am silenced, so can't really use any spells. I wonder if we have a status effect. Healing well. Eternal. Nope. But we'll use this buff spell for Gustav. Okay, use it for Gustav. That was a little weird. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so we increased all of our stats. Alright, so now let's hit him with... We'll hit him with Immolate. Alright, now we're gonna hit him with Moderate Earth, Mighty Guard, Stone Flesh. We'll hit him with Shard. Let's hit him with Shard. Let's see what happens. I don't know if we're meant to kill him, and the fact that there's no HP counter also worries me a little. His name is Nathaniel Corson. Divine Blessing. Just cast that on him. Just get some stat boosts in there for everybody so that way we can, you know, make sure that they're in tip-top shape. Radiance. Let's see what Radiance does. Okay, so it's kind of like a light power. That wasn't that bad. We'll hit him with Shard again, I guess. Yeah. So the buffs actually do quite a bit. Charge. Okay, so he hits him on... Oh, well, it doesn't matter. See, the burn worked. I told you. Alright, very well. You've beaten me. Take my sword. The world will finally get its reckoning. You don't deserve the honor. Oh, fuck. Gustav, what have you done? He just straight incinerated him. What I came here to do. Now what? You said it yourself, the power of the elements, the power of magic is gathered here, right now. So the real question is, what do we do about it? Uh-oh. I have a feeling he was not a good guy. Oh, okay, so we got some different perspectives. Cool. I like that. Okay, so it's giving me a little bit of a saga thing. Nikolai Proch, a sergeant in the Austrian army assigned to track down renegade mages. Let's start Nikolai's chapter. I do like the different scenarios. It's a good way to kind of have a bunch of playthroughs. I just hope that they sometimes intersect, like Octopath Traveler, where like they meet up and they kind of, you know, do their thing. Our greatest assets are speed and ruthlessness. The ancient conquerors cheerfully carved their way through the women and children of their enemy without a moment of remorse. History remembers them only as the builders of great nations. The goal of this war is not merely to expand Ostland's borders, but rather to annihilate all of the undesirable people on the other side of them. For centuries, laws and customs have failed to prevent the mongrel nations from wielding magic. Every man, woman, and child among the enemy has the potential to draw away the scarce magical energy that makes our society function. Only by destroying all of them down to the last one can we guarantee that the dwindling supply of magic, our life's blood, belongs to the noble race of the Ostlanders. Chancellor Urla, speech to the General Staff 2 days before the beginning of the war. Okay. So there's this corporal. He's assigned to a unit kicking all the Yena out of their houses in Zeistadt and putting them on trains. And every time the officers would come and take all the best stuff that got left behind, like jewels and silverware and stuff. Go figure, officers get all the breaks. I thought they had special volunteer units for deporting the Yena. I don't want to get assigned to that. Anyway, this corporal is thinking I work way harder than any of these officers. I should get something too. So one day he grabs something small, a gold watch, but he can't figure out how to wind it up. That's because there's no knob to wind. The watch literally runs on dirty Yena magic. So later he stops by the armory and the magic inside the watch, it ignites the fuses on some grenades. Then kaboom! Whole place goes up in flames. How would they know what caused the explosion? Didn't the corporal and the watch burn up when the munitions exploded? Nah, the corporal jumped into an open gun safe before it went kaboom. It's a little too, like, perfect condition type deal. That's how you know the story isn't true. Thank you! This guy gets it. Oh, come on, Sarge. Don't ruin a good story. Most of the time, it's not the burns that kill you. The fire sucks up all the air and you suffocate. A gun safe wouldn't help at all. How'd you know that, Sergeant? I used to lead a unit that put out munitions fires. People inside the depot usually didn't survive. We're staying on this path till we get to the ridge. Stay tight and make sure nobody ambushes us from the trees. Okay. So let's check out the menu. Okay. I get what they're going for. I'm just not a fan of this brownish color of the menu. So we got our standard items. We got, you know, potion, ether, skills. Oh, okay. So I can click on them and then I can see what kind of skills I have. Pretty standard. Then obviously equip is equipment, so you get a weapon, armor, or headgear, armor, and then 2 accessories. Swap obviously is your reserves. A nice little story notebook to let you know on the story so far. Config, that's pretty simple, and a save button. Save anywhere, that's a good plus. Okay. Okay, so there's stuff on the ground we can pick up, so little items and stuff like that. I'm curious to see just how, like, if there's chests or anything, because right now it's all very fantasy elements. But this seems a little more like dystopian with the armies, so I'm kind of curious what kind of vibe they're going for here. All right, let's get a little taste. So this is probably going to be more of the combat you're going to see throughout, because this is where most people are at this level. All right, so we got fortify, fire. Let's in with the flame shot. Let's see how much damage it does. Okay, so they use guns. Okay, so it's not high fantasy. It's like somewhere in between, it seems like. Interesting. So is it like modern fantasy, maybe? Oh, it's immune. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh. Interesting. I wonder if there's like a scan ability. Let's try hitting him with flame shots. See what happens. So it's immune. Okay, so this is just a story thing. Connets, get in here, deal with this thing. Bullets aren't doing anything. Swap in Connets from the back row. Okay, so swap. So it says L and R. But it doesn't... Okay, I don't know what I pressed. Pressed E. So it's not L and R, it's E. It's a little confusing, but okay. In with the water grenade. Alright, so there's weaknesses to the elements. I did not like the fact that it told me L and R. But let's see if we can adjust the key bindings. Miscellaneous swap. Cycle right. I guess we can't really do... We could do left, but... We'll just keep it like this for right now. Music's okay. It's pretty standard stuff for the most part. I feel like it's a little too cookie cutter for my taste, but you know, it's not so bad. I've definitely heard worse. I don't think the... So far, I'm digging the vibe. It's definitely very old school. I'm more curious to see the sort of direction the kind of game takes. Like if it's gonna be more hyper realistic with a touch of fantasy. Again, I'm kind of playing this blind, so I'm not 100% sure on where it's going. But I hope there's like a little bit of indication. There was a little bit in the beginning when we were running through the sort of tutorial-like area. During the tutorial area, you know, you were faced with the fact that all the elements are escaping or something like that. So I'm curious to see if it plays into how their technology has evolved. Mainly because I'm just not 100% sure if it's gonna be a part of like the lore or whatever, or if it's like way in the back. Also, by the way, if you guys see boxes in the background of my video, just ignore them. I'm currently in the process of moving, so just trying to get a house, just get it all over with. But anyway, all right, so there's little hidden items. Okay, it's definitely a plus for me. I love to loot and find cool items. All right, so I think after this fight we should encounter our first level up, which is really what I'm most curious about. I do like, if so far I am kind of middle of the road, I'd say, with the game. I think there's definitely some highlights, mainly with the combat system, which it's very classic turn-based, which honestly is a very big selling point for me and a lot of people. Okay, so with each level up, we can have the potential to learn an ability. So it doesn't look like there's a skill tree, which is kind of a bummer. I do like that total control when it comes to characters, but you know, it's not really the biggest deal breaker. So this is a search mission, right? When are we gonna find out what we're searching for? Yeah, why did Command keep the target a secret? We're looking for the camp of a barbarian by the name of Apengorix. Wait, Apengorix, the raider? That's a big target for a small squad. Guess they're trying to get rid of us again. Excuse me, Corporal? You and Kirch are new here, so maybe you don't know. When the army doesn't like someone, they put them in the border guards. And when they really don't like you, they put you in the 7th Division. When they want to kill you, they put you in Captain Altamir's company and he sends you into the woods where the enemy can hear your gunfire a mile away. Let me make a few things clear, Corporal. First of all, service in the glorious 7th Border Guards is not a punishment, it's an opportunity. Second, if your commanding officers don't like you, maybe it's because you whine too much. Third, Captain Ultimer was kind enough to cast a muffle spell on our rifles that the sound of the shot won't carry. Sergeant, I've seen that spell tons of times. It lasts maybe an hour. It wore off before we got here. No, the magic's still working because we've got a special... Well, you'll see. Army's always getting better, boys. It's time you adopted an improvement mindset, too. Let's move. We got a job to do. Okay. I definitely like Nikolai as a character. He has a... The way he, like, kind of just doesn't take their shit and calls them out. I do like that sort of no-nonsense type of vibe from him. I do like some of the backgrounds, like this river texture with the green. I think that's pretty... Honestly, I quite like that. It has a lot of personality to it. So I'm really curious. So I feel like Kant, Weiss, and Mueller are more just side characters. So I'm not holding a lot of their abilities to wait. Because, you know, sometimes you get a lot of starter people and they really just don't end up in your party later on. So I'm reserving my sort of reservations on the overall upgrading system until he levels up. I mean, I don't think that might not be the case here, but generally in most JRPGs and RPGs I've played, that's generally the vibe I get. And if this is going for the vibe I think it's going for, I think that's kind of what we might see. I could be wrong, but the faceless aspects of the characters, the samey helmets, the only one who's a little bit different is Konitz. He might be a little bit different, so, you know, again, I'm not 100% sure on it. Yeah, see how he leveled up? Yeah, there's no skill tree. Kind of a bummer, but, you know, at the same time, it's not a super deal breaker for me. But so I got to check it out a little bit, check out the opening cinematics, get a little bit of the dialogue. I might play this again and kind of do a more full playthrough of it, but so far I wanted to highlight a couple of things I really did like about the demo. So the combat system I liked. It's very classic turn based. I do love the fact you can see the turns on the right hand side of the screen. It provides a really nice sort of overview of how to plan out your next attacks. I do like the dialogue between the characters. I just wish they had a portrait or something to sort of show who's exactly talking, because sometimes I get a little lost because the names and the dialogue don't really stick out. So that's kind of like a sort of an improvement, I think. Like if Nikolai had like a portrait to whenever he was talking, just to kind of signal that he was the one talking. Like if Weiss, Mueller, and Kircher, these guys are clearly not like main characters as far as I'm aware. So like they don't need or they could have like a base portrait or something. So kind of not a fan of that. The music is sort of I think there's a little bit to write home about, but I just don't think it's not really up to the standard I think most JRPGs set it for. So there's that, and I'm not a big fan of no skill tree. I do like the simplistic way of the leveling up. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm hoping that maybe the more I develop, maybe the skill tree comes in a little bit later. But as it stands right now, I think it's just the skill tree doesn't exist. You just get new skills as you level up, which simplistic, but it still works. So I mean, I not too much to complain about. The one thing that I really didn't get to touch on much was the story. Again, I think I'm gonna play this in the second episode and give my overall thoughts on the story, but I just kind of wanted to dive into it, showcase it a little bit, mainly because I do love JRPGs, so I wanted to show some love to one, a newer one. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Let me know what you think, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff, and you know, just make sure at the end of the day you're having a great day. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.